Rise and shine on Australia's Vision Christian Radio.
You're waking up with Rise and Shine with Fel and Andy. But Andy, you're not here in the studio. You've gone out. You're at the Redcliffe Aerodrome where we're celebrating MAF, Mission Aviation Fellowship's 80th birthday.
Amazing, isn't it? And I've got Dave Martin with me.
Yes.
He works for MAF. He's one of the really important key staff members. And Dave, just for our listeners who don't know much about the MAF, how did you get involved in MAF?
Oh, it was a bit of a long journey. For me because I've been involved with missional stuff for around about 20 years and I've known about the organisation. And 2 years ago, I saw an advertisement for a role to raise funds around the country for MAF. And I looked at that and thought, yep, that's for me.
Good stuff. And just tell our listeners, what do the MAF do today? Obviously, they're 80 years old and maybe 80 years ago things were different. But right now, today, what are the MAF doing around the world?
Well, MAF serves in around 29 countries around the world. We've got about 120 planes and we work across 4 broad areas. We work with helping development people. We work with medical, educational and with missional support. That's what we do. I can tell you a quick story about something that we do. There's a little lad who was in Africa and he was mauled by a hippopotamus just earlier on this year. And he faced around about a 10-hour drive on rough roads and he would not survive that. Around about an hour away from his place was a small airstrip. They called in a MAF plane. He was flown, surgery, looked after, and then brought back home. And I saw a picture of him holding up his shirt with a proud scars where the hippopotamus had bitten him. He wouldn't have survived otherwise.
Yeah, and that's just obviously one of many, probably thousands of stories in the last 80 years. Just incredible, isn't it, Phil, what the MAF do around the world?
Oh, it is so inspiring, Dave. And can you tell us a little bit about what's happening today? What are we doing today at the Redcliffe Aerodrome?
Well, today is a very, very exciting day for us. We are taking a number of people through what we call an immersive experience, where they come in, they get checked in as if they're getting onto a MAF flight, they get weighed up, which is very exciting for some, and then they come to play a small game, and it's an immersive game where 4 of them are people who are passengers and putting freight onto the plane, and the other 4 are pilots, and they're having to work out how much to put on the plane, and then there's a medevac thrown in partway along just to mess things up. And so the people really get a really good sense of what it's like to be a MAF pilot serving in Papua New Guinea and what they have to face on a daily basis.
That is incredible, Dave. And look, I've got an important job for you today, if you're up for it. We've got Andy there. It's really important that he doesn't fly the plane. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah. Well, if Andy gets into the plane, we'll put him into the back seat.
Okay.
But we just need to, Dave, for our listeners listening who can't see right now, I am rocking aviators. I've got my white T-shirt on. I've got my aviator jacket. I'm good to go, Phil. I'm good to go. If I'm not allowed to fly, I'm definitely first reserve pilot. If the pilots had fish for dinner last night, which is possible, if they had fish for dinner and something weird happens up there, I'm ready to step up and bring the bird home.
Oh, dear.
Phil, we will let him on the plane.
Okay.
But not up the front.
Oh, thank you, Dave. See, I know I trust MAM for a reason. Oh, dear. Well, look, Dave, thank you so much for having a quick chat with us this morning. Andy, we're going to let you go and find some other people to have a chat with as well.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.